when Duke Nukem came out, it came out for every system, and here's an example. We have Duke Nukem for the Saturn. It came out for the Saturn, it came out for the PlayStation, they came out with an N64 version. So we're going to talk about some of the ports, and by some I mean like one.
Well, let's go retro style and start with the Saturn version that came out in 1997.
The company that ported the Saturn version is the same company that ported Power Slave, or made Power Slave for the Sega Saturn. Which, if you're a Sega Saturn player, like Power Slave is a sought after item. It's an excellent first person shooter. It was released to the PlayStation and the PC, but for some strange reason, that's a completely different version than the Saturn version. It's very unique, completely different. Level design is completely different.
So what made you want this game after having it on the PC already?
Well, for one, it's nice to have a console version you could just pop in and play. Back then, our computer was a little bit wonky. We had the DOS version. Anybody remember DOS? I remember for a long time it had no sound. Like for a while we couldn't get the sound to work. So what's interesting about the Saturn version is that there is no crouch, which I didn't even remember until we played a refresher just before we started the video. What's interesting about the Power Slave engine, as you see, is that when Duke Nukem walks around corners, it looks like a race car. It's like the room
tilts. You mean?
Yeah, everything tilts, which
is weird.
Everybody talks nothing but good things about the PlayStation version, but honestly, like I never liked the way that it looked, and it never really played that well for me. Whereas N64 and the Saturn version seemed just more enjoyable.
What was always interesting about this game was that they really tried hard to make it clear that it was like real world and environments.
Yeah. That's the other thing. The big upgrade for this game for me, compared to the original, and compared to all the other Duke Nukem games that were brought to the console, was the lighting dynamics. Like you see the rocket fly and light up everything on its way in.
There's no doors on the stalls.
No, of course not. There's no absolutely. There's no doors on the stalls. But this had, it's weird. It's weird what companies whatever does the port. It's interesting what they used to have to sacrifice back in the day. And wait a minute.
Damn, I'm looking good.
That's always hilarious.
I could be wrong, but was there nudity in the PlayStation version?
The only one that was missing any kind of adult-oriented stuff was the N64 version, naturally, because it's like Nintendo. In order to go to your items, you have to hit the pause button, which isn't necessarily bad. I mean,
it's not terrible.
See, so now I can just jetpack up. I'm just gonna go to the next level.
One thing that I love about this version is the ending screen is true to the PC version.
The only thing that's missing is the music.
Ready for action.
Here's the pigs with the
the pig cops. All the cops are turned into pigs, which is, again, classic Duke Nukem humor. So this is interesting. I'm going to show you something. If I approach it and I press up against it, I'll automatically duck, so I could actually...
Interesting.
Tries to compensate for the fact that it took out the friggin' duck button. Yeah, there's a prostitute corner where... can you still give her money? Yeah, you can still give her money.
Okay, so look at the TV. Oh, like it's not like animated, is it? No, it's just...
No, it's not animated.
That's the timely joke. Right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, not the people today would get it anyway.
It's weird how there's no duck, but there's no duck.
Yeah,
button.
it's weird, because, again, you don't miss it. You know what also made Duke Nukem unique was the weapons. And you could, like, double and triple stack pipe bombs. I'll show you the hologram, right? So here's a hologram. I've done is where I've hidden in the corner, and I've put up a holo Duke, and I've had people try and come over and kill me when the bullets go right through, and then I come up out of the corner and I ring and blow them away.
What's the action button?
See.
Look at this movement. Like, it's very awkward. I mean, maybe
I never found it awkward. If anything, I found it freaking dynamic.
Whoa, dude, it's like you walk like you're wasted.
The N64 version is missing music. There's no music whatsoever in the N64 version.
In the whole game?
No. Nintendo always tries to do their own thing.
At me.
And then they never really... They always backtrack on the damage it does. My absolute favorite...
Hold on, like, I can't save? Like,
nope.
Like there's no save feature in this game.
You can only save between levels.
That's a huge difference. What do you say? That you can't actually save the game?
You can only save in between stages. No.
Bottom line, like, still a good, decent port. It doesn't work on the internet anymore, really, right? So
yeah, not unless you find two copies, two Saturns. Do you have an old school phone line, and in your phone line
First off, if you have a landline to begin with, it runs over the landline.
Wait, well, okay, but are you telling me like you could still call somebody else's Saturn in theory and like it would still work?
Yeah, right.
You think?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. If you have a traditional phone line and you have a netlink and the other person has a netlink, all you have to do is dial their number.
See y'all next. Whatever.